Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind. That was Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel, and I played it straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'll be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come out and play with us in person. In just a moment, I'll do a basic tutorial covering everything I just played. At the very end, I'll do a slow motion close-up play along they might find helpful. But right now, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want over 1,000 more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, each one with a link to its own free video tutorial and play along, just like this one, then check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. Okay, now, first off, I'm going to tell you this is not an easy song. At least the way I played it, it's not easy for me. Okay, but there is a second song sheet. The entire song is on one page, but there's a second page that is an easier version in the same key. And basically, the difference is you forget about the finger style, right? You're just playing whole chords, and forget about the up the neck chords. What I mean is, this is a C, so is this, so is this. Those are all C's, right? Playing up the neck. And by playing up the neck, and by doing a little finger style, you can add some melody in with what you're playing. You can add something that's a little more reminiscent of the piano. That's what I was shooting for, right? I was shooting for Paul Simon's piano. And, but you could just play, you can play, I'll show you a simple arpeggio that you could play throughout the entire song. And it becomes a much, much easier song if you want to play it that way. Second sheet, so check that out. But I'll be spending most of the time on the hard one. So, all right, now, here we go. The intro and in the middle, there's an interlude, and the outro are similar but not the same. And they are that sort of, you know, Paul Simon's chords with a melody in there. And that's what I was trying to do with that. So I'm going to go over this in chronological sequence. That means I'm starting with the intro. I called it a plucking arpeggio, okay? Because I'm plucking. And frequently, I'm plucking all 4 strings at once. Right? I'm plucking all 4 strings. That's why I call it plucking. All right? But where I don't have a full-on pluck, and by the way, the pluck will come where you could imagine somebody singing. Right? If you can imagine somebody singing a melody like that, that's where I'm plucking all 4 strings. And in between, as a fill-in, I'm playing the low strings. And by the way, yes, this works best on a low G ukulele. My dog has fleas. If you have a high G, my dog has fleas. You might want to borrow a friend's low G if you're going to play this song. Or you might want to just play the chords and not try to worry about the finger style, right? Because, I mean, you could do that. It would be still a really lovely song. Oh, gosh, it is a lovely song, right? I wish I could write songs like that. But if you want it to be more reminiscent of the original, you really need the low the low G for fullness and to add that depth to the arpeggio. So the way I'm doing it, again, I'm starting off with this C, right? That's I call it a third position C, because like this is first position, right? That's a C. But this is also a C, and this is also a C. So 1, 2, 3, that's why I call it a third. All of the pictures, all of the chord pictures are in the chord chart. This tutorial assumes you have the chord chart in front of you, the song sheet, right? So print it out, and then this will make sense. Or bring it up on a second laptop, whatever. So that's the idea. This is the C, and here's what I'm doing in between. Watch my right hand. I'm plucking all of them. C, 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 G, and then I just have two beats in between, right? So 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. See, I'm just my thumb and my index finger, and I'm playing around on the lowest strings to fill in time and add some fullness to the gaps in between the plucking. That's all I'm doing for the intro, and that's also what I'm doing in verses 1 and 2. All right, but so now chord transitions. So it's like a B flat shape with an extra pinky up here on the 7th fret. That's my C. That's my first C, my third position C, right? And then I'm going to move from there. And by the way, the reason I'm doing this, I want to hear this. That's the melody I want to hear. So I get that by making sure the highest note is exactly what I just played. So, and then I drop down to a G. That's a hard G, isn't it? You can play this. If you want to do, you can just do C, 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 F, sorry, C, 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 G, F, G, F. Right? You could just do that, the lowest versions of all of them if you want, but then you won't have this melody thrown in. So, again, third position C, and then the G, this would be first, second, third. So it's like if you were to do a G sharp, it'd probably be like this, or an F sharp, right? It'd be like this, and I'm dropping a picky on top of it, so it's up 1 fret from that. That's it. Then G, and then a second position F. It's just an F with an extra pinky on the 3rd fret here. And then open chords, finally. G, F, C6. And now a twist. I want to hear that. So it's a C5, but I'm not going to play the first string. I'm going to play I'm only playing the low 3 strings, because that's what I want to hear. Right? And then I go back to playing them all again. This G diminished. That's a second position, G diminished. Weird, but bar the 1st fret and drop 2 more fingers. And then the F sharp diminished is just slide down 1 fret. So that's pretty easy transition, right? So, sorry. Actually, if I form the C5 this way, then my ring finger is already in the right place, and I can drop the rest of it. And now my middle finger is already in the right place, and there's a little bit of fingerstyle here. I want to hear, right? I want to hear that. So in order to do that, I got on the F, I got the first 2. And then when I form this F minor, I have to do it in a weird way. Here's your normal F minor. This is also an F minor. And I'm forming it that way because I want to hear that note. And then I have to pick up my middle finger and pluck the 2nd string. And then I'm back to normal C. So Show that again in slow motion one more time. And that's how I do that repeatedly through here. I've got a C, I got my pinky on there, C. And now I'm going to do second string, third string. Sorry. So I'm going to pluck the second, pluck the third, but drop a finger down for that. That's it. So that's that C bit. And now this, I'm going to do outside strings. That's what that is. Right? I'm jumping from an F to a B flat and back, but in the meantime, in order to hear that sort of waterfall, I pluck outside strings, and then second and third, and then all, and again fast, it's, right? So, first time at the end of the intro, this F. Fourth position F. I know that sounds strange, but 1, 2. Oops. No. 1, 2. Here we go. 3, 4. That's why that's a fourth. But it's like an E, except up just one fret. So, when you're weary. So the verse goes into very, very similar to what we just did. Not quite the same, though. So, when you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in. Again, I'm using the low strings for fill in, and pretty much every time there's a chord change, and sometimes when there's an emphasis in the lyrics, I'll be plucking, plucking all the strings. Or, this is subtle, but I felt like it made a difference for me. I wanted, in the original production of this song, you can hear a distinction between verses 1, 2, and 3. Even though the chords are the same, the melody's the same, but you hear something more, right? Verse 1, he starts out singing really gentle, really light. When you're weary. Verse 2, it's bolder. I don't know what they changed in the production studio. Maybe they added some more symphonic instruments to add more fullness. And his voice was strong. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, I make the, and then the last one, sail on the silver girl. Like everybody in the orchestra is playing the third verse. Okay. What I did to try to make that, my voice, I tried to add fullness. I tried to be just especially quiet on the first verse and especially robust on the last one and kind of in between in the middle one. But when I played, the difference I made, verse 1 and 2 played almost exactly the same, but I tried, instead of, first of all, I played just bolder on the second verse, but also verse 1, when I was plucking, usually I didn't pluck all 4 strings. Sometimes I needed to. But so instead of doing this, when you're weary, instead of that, I just plucked the first, second, and fourth. Sorry, when you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in. See, I'm plucking 3 strings, and then when I switch in the second verse to when tears are in, I've got all 4 strings, and I'm plucking it bolder, more boldly. So I tried to add a fuller sound, and then in the third verse, I did a strum arpeggio, which is obviously a lot bolder. So that's how I did it instrumentally, how I tried to make a difference between the verses. Chord transitions now. Okay, so when you're weary, feeling small, so from here, C. My index finger is right on the right, already on the right string. It's just going to lay flat for that B flat, and arch back up for the F. And then my ring finger is kind of hovering over the C, waiting for that, right? So, when tears are in your eyes, I will buy them all. For the most part, I'm just going back and forth between C, F, and C. But then I wanted to add some height to this, right? So dry them all. And then second position, C, slide up there, and then drop back down to an F with the pinky down for a second position F. I'm on your side. Again, I wanted to keep it high. It seemed more reminiscent of the original, so I'm on... I know, that's a weird A minor. It's a second position A minor. I'm on your side. Oh, times get rough. And then here there's a step down. There's like 3 different step downs in this song. Here's the first one. C major 7, C7. Not a hard thing, right? You're just moving one string down. And friends just can't. So I got an A minor. Just drop a flat index finger on 2 strings, and that's F additional, or F add 11. Weird chord, but... And then arch the index finger, and you're back to the F. I wanted to hear this. Right, so... B from the F. Your middle fingers are already in the right place. Just drop 2 more fingers. B flat, like a bridge. Now, F sharp diminished is just drop 1 finger. You already got your middle finger in the right place. Drop 1 more and you got the F sharp diminished. Over. And now I'm gonna, I guess probably I usually move my middle finger over. Troubled water. So from here, this is the A7 suspended 4th. It's just an A7 up 1 fret. That's all it is. I will lay me down. And now exactly the same, or in a little bit different timing, but the same thing. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. And now we're back into that sort of instrumental riff. This is the first time we've seen it. I call this an F run. Right? It's an F, right? But I need to start 1 note up. So I pluck, and then I hammer, or I pull off, and just run it down. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then drops to a 6. So wait. When you're down and out, and start on verse 2, bolder. Okay, now it's exactly the same. Verse 2 is exactly the same as verse 1 until you get to the very end, where the final line goes into the interlude like this. I will lay me down. There we go. That's the next step down I was saying. It's just an A minor, major 7, A minor 7. So just messing with 1 string, and then a D minor. You could play just a straight D minor if you want, but if you want to do the step down, I'm going up here to a 4th position D minor. It's just bar the 5th fret and 1 more finger, and then you can do the step down. Again, I'm just meshing with the G string here. And then a little bit of fingerstyle. Here we go. Here's what I want to hear. That's it. So I need to screw with the A string while I'm doing all these chords. So it's a third position C again, but then I'm going to be plucking the individual strings for this melody. So need to drop that on the second string, 7th fret. So here again. And then a fourth, or excuse me, an F4. You can lay your finger flat for that. Still messing with the first string there. A minor, second position A minor again. And then F, but leave your finger on there. F minor, and back to the intro. F run. And get ready for verse 3. You're going to be doing that strum arpeggio. So again, every place you would have done the big pluck of all four, do a down strum. And by the way, this entire verse, I think I'm using 2 fingers. Oh, I'm not, because I'm going to lose my middle finger for that part. Sail on by, your time has come to shine. All right, exactly the same, and you get to the end, and the end is basically the very, very outro. It's basically a shortened version of that middle interlude that we just did. And that's it. All right. Now I'm going to do a play along of the entire song, because I think people appreciate that. It's a hard enough song. In slow motion, close up on my chord changing hand. Play along if you think it'll be helpful. Here goes. 5, 6, slow motion, and. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. Oh, oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're down and out, all the strings now. When you're on the street, when evening falls some arpeggio now. Sail on, silver girl. Sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind. That's it. See you Wednesday.